What is happening, ladies and gentlemen? This video is for those people who have finished Lexy's guide and would like a little bit of guidance with the MCM menus in the game. And also to those who are waiting for the videos where we're removing mods from Lexy's guide, as well as adding mods to Lexy's guide, and then finally the VR version of Lexy's guide. Do not worry, those videos are being made as we speak. So anyways, let's get on with this video. So let's go ahead and open Mod Organizer first. We're going to do one thing real quick for quality of life, I guess. So as you know, to start Skyrim, we have to actually, launch it through Mod Organizer. But instead of constantly having to open Mod Organizer to do it, we're going to do this. So in the drop-down menu, make sure you have SKSC selected. Click on Shortcut and then send it to the desktop. And then boom, there you go. Now you do not have to open Mod Organizer every time to launch Skyrim. You just have to use this shortcut. But that icon is so ugly, JT. Well, let's change that then. Right-click on it, go to Properties, click on Change Icon, blah, 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 okay. Then here, click on Browse, and then we're going to go to our C drive. Wherever your Steam is installed, go to Steam, Steam Apps, Common, then Skyrim Special Edition, and choose Skyrim SE.exe. That way you can get that, you would get that icon. Then click OK. Then boom, pretty icon. But then again, you could change this to whatever you want. You don't have to do that. All right, so let's launch Skyrim. Okay, with the latest update to Mod Organizer 2, I've been getting this additional window whenever I try to load Skyrim through the shortcut that I created here. But all you have to do is just click Exit Now and the game will start up, no problem. And yeah, guys, we're loading a crap ton of mods, so this is going to take a little bit. But not to worry, this is also going to be one of the most stable playthroughs of Skyrim you've ever had. So the likely chances of you crashing the desktop and having to relaunch Skyrim is greatly reduced from what you had before. While I would like to say that this is 100% stable, we can't forget that we're dealing with Bethesda here. So even though all the crashes and the chances of crashes have been greatly reduced, there is still that inherent chance of a crash. Thank you, Bethesda. Thank you, Todd Howard. I love you, man. DarkLadyLexy's Legacy of the Dragonborn. Sorry about that. Okay, let's go ahead and create our character. Bam. Yes. Yub. Okay. After you create your character, you're going to get these pop-up messages. Go ahead and read them. Take note of what they are. Click OK. Okay, what we're doing is waiting for this spam to finish. We're letting the game fire off all its initial scripts and setups and all that. And just click through these menus. Take note of this message here. Well rested never fades. Open console type blah blah blah. Take note of this. I've never had this ever happen. I've never had to resort to this. But if this does happen to you, just remember well relaxed. You could just go to keep it clean for further instructions if you need it. Just click through OK on all that. And just wait for that spam to stop. Okay, when those messages finally stopped, press escape. The first thing we're going to do is go into settings and display. Because we're going to set dialogue subtitles, we want to enable those. And for depth of field, we want to set this to minimum. All the way to the left. Click tab. Okay, now let's go into controls. So we're looking for a quick save. We're going to set that to F9, although you can set it to whatever you like. And then quick load. We want quick save to be F9 and quick load to be F10. But you can set those to whatever you want. Click tab out. Now we're going into mod configurator. The very first configuration we're going to go into is a matter of time. So we're going to click on general. Symbol number 1. We want to set show moon phases to enabled. And we want to show seasons to enabled. Okay, next up, we're going to display. Now we're going to symbol 1, and we're going to set the scale to 60. So drag. You get close, you could use your arrow keys to fine tune. Alright. Okay, we want the horizontal anchor to be right. We want the horizontal offset to be -50. Okay. Use those arrows for fine tuning. You're going to set the vertical offset to 0. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, excellent. Moving on. We're now going into the in-game clock. Set the scale to 70. We want the horizontal anchor to be to the right. We want the horizontal offset to be -45. Can't be finicky. -45. Then the vertical offset to 48. Come on now. Okay, to display in-game date, we're going to set the scale to that to 70. We want that horizontal anchor to be to the right. We want the horizontal offset to be -45. There we go. Excellent. And we want the vertical offset to be 57. Perfect. Okay, we're done with that one. Now let's go into Cathedral Weathers. Okay, so click on Settings. In general, we want to turn off configuration spells because all the tweaking for Cathedral Weathers, we're going to do the MCMs and not do the configuration spell. Or whatever you want. Seasonal perspective, let's enable that. Okay. Now let's move on to hit tab out. And now we're going into Complete Alchemy. So Complete Alchemy. Okay, click on Cooking. Go into Water. And we want to disable Craft Water. And we want to disable Get Water from Wells. Disable both of those. Okay, now Basic Needs. Click on Basic Needs. Enable Hunger Penalties. We want to disable that. It's already disabled. That's good. So click on Help. Ragdoll Physics. We want to disable that. Excellent. Tab out. Now go into Complete Crafting. Click on Recipe Display. Now Crafting Categories. Where are you? Okay, so Recipe Display. We're going to Crafting Menu Filters. That's over here. Disable Crafting Categories. Disable Type Filters, Item Type Filters. And we want to enable Breakdown Recipes. Very good. Now click on Crafting Options. Artifact Replicas. We want to enable that. And Matching Circlets. We want to enable that. Now go to Learning and XP. Tanning Rack. We're going to set that to 0.1. So just press the right arrow just once. Smelter, we want it to be 0.2. Tap, tap. And mining, we want that to be 20. Very good. Alright. And then learning points required to craft, we're going to set that to 250. Awesome. Now mining of materials right here. Click on that. We want faster mining, so mining presets. Go to faster mining. Then exit. Okay, now over to the firewood section. We want firewood per chop. We want to set that to 6. And we want to set max per activation 1. Awesome. Okay, tab out of that. Now let's go to Deadly Dragons. Click on Dragons. We can set the difficulty to Expert. And then we want to disable Knockdown. Very good. Tab out of that. Now go to Diverse Dragons Collections. Click on Dragons. And we want to disable some dragons. We don't want the Nether Dragon, so disable him. Disable Sanguine Dragon. And disable Vile Dragon. And then you're going to want to tab all the way out. Click OK here. So DDC3, Diverse Dragons Collections, is resplicing. You won't be able to open the config menu again until splice is complete. So click OK and wait for the message up in the top left to say complete. Okay, there it is. Now click Escape and let's go back in. Mod configuration. Boom. Okay, let's go to Easy Wheel. That is next. Click on General. Okay, use swap mode. Enable that. And then show. Set this. You can set these 3 to whatever you want. The guy says to set it to M5. That means mouse button number 5. I don't think I have a M5 on my mouse. But what I actually use is I actually use my controller. And for me, I would actually set show to be like the up arrow, then next to the right, and previous to the left. But you can set these 3 to whatever you want. Okay. So next we're going to go into available functions. Loaded mods. We're gonna disable Hearthfire multi-kin adoption. Just click hidden over here. Dovahkiin relax and simple action because we did not install those mods. All right, let's go into configuration. Wheel layout. Set the current wheel to number 2. And now for number 1, we're gonna set that to horse whistle. Okay, and then number 2, we're gonna set that to horse call. Very, very good. All right, we're done with this one now. So tab out and go into enhanced ESF companions. Go to ESF companions. Okay, click on requirements. So for requirements before your trial, we want to set the player level to 30. So we're setting it to these levels because this is meant to be like a long playthrough. And with the difficulty and everything, with how the monsters and mobs are leveled, that's the reason why these levels are set the way they are. You could kind of tweak the whole thing to whatever you want though. But for the sake of Lexy's guide, this is what we're going to do. So for requirements to join this the circle, set the player level to 40. Codlax request, we're going to set the player level to 60. So, yep. By the time you finish the companion's quest line, you're going to be like at least level 60. Alright, tab out. Now let's go into enhanced, our expanded towns. Alright, click on settings. Fortification walls right here. And basically disable all of these. Alright, that's it for that. Tab out. Now go into EVG idles, conditional idles. So click on player and disable modesty male, modesty female. And now let's go into NPC and same thing. Modesty male, modesty female, disable those. Tab out. Now we're going to farmhouse chimneys. Click on mod support. And we're going to enable the various Arthmore village options. So enable Darkwater Crossing, Dawnstar, Dragon Bridge. We want to keep Falkreath disabled. We want Iverstead. We want Karthswalton. We want Keldar. We want Kynesgrove, Rorikstead, Shorestone, Solgen Sinkhole, and Whistling Mine. So basically everything except for Falkreath. Now go to new villages, and we're going to enable Heliarkin Creek and Oakwood. For miscellaneous mods, we just want Cutting Room Floor. And mod compatibility, we want to enable expanded towns and cities. Okay, done with that one. Follower framework. So click on activity. Under sandboxing, we want only sandbox and town enabled. And we want multi-level sandboxing enabled. So there it is right there. Enable that. Then go to activity, to mounts. Same thing, same window rather. Just scroll down. Here's mounts. Mount support, no support. We're going to let convenient horses handle all of that. Now gameplay. Click on gameplay right here. And then go to bleed out. That's right here. Potion recovery. We want to set that to any, weak to strong. Any, weak to strong. And then exit out of that. Then tab back. Alright. Frostfall. There's a note here. Do not activate Frostfall until after you exit the cave in Helgen if you are playing the vanilla start. Because you'll freeze to death before the wagon gets to Helgen otherwise. So ignore these settings if you're going to do the vanilla start, otherwise you can set them up here. So go to overview and Frostfall, enable that, accept, start Frostfall. You gotta tab all the way out to let it start. Read the message, enjoy the message, and then okay. Wait a few moments, and then dive right back in. Almost there. Okay, Frostfall is enabled, so go right back in. Now configuration, go back into Frostfall. And now let's tweak this up. Go to gameplay. We're going to disable fast travel and disable waiting while outdoors. Now go to meters. Layout preset, right here. It's going to be bottom left. Accept. Accept. Okay. Now click on show advanced settings for exposure meters. And now we're going to tweak some settings here. So the X position, we want that to be 640. 640. The Y position, we want to be 0. Horizontal anchor is going to be center. Vertical anchor is going to be top. Okay, awesome. Okay, now click on the wetness meter right here. And then the X position, we're going to set that to 0. And the Y position, 726. All the way to the right, 726.5. That's good. All right, now click on temperatures meter. Set the fill direction to go to the right. The X position to 1315. Easy does it. Easy does it. Come on. There we go. And then the Y position to 726.5. It's already there. Horizontal anchor, we're going to set that to the right. Alright, that's it for Frostfall. Tab out. Now go into Gist Soul Trap. Okay, click on Main, and we're going to disable these messages and enable the bottom message. Show message on Soul Trap should be enabled. Now go into Leveling, enable Leveling System, and we're going to change the skill to Enchanting, so it makes sense. Alright, then tab out of that. Now let's go into Immersive Armors. Click on Armor Options, and what we're going to do is look for a Barbarian Hero Armor. That's right here. And we're going to disable the distribution, or we're just going to disable it rather. So here and here. So untick both of those. And then tab out all the way out. And then we got to let Immersive Armors configure again. Okay, and then when that's finished, get back in. Hit escape, mod configuration. And now we're going into Immersive Creatures. By Chia. Alright, click on General. And if select version preset, we're going to go with Purest No Spiders. And then go into Additional Spawns, right here. And we're going to disable Animal Spawns and or Guardian Spawns. Disable both of those. Now go into Night Spawns. And we're going to set the start time to be 19. Come on. 19 p.m. And the end to be 6 a.m. Accept. Good. Go to difficulty adjustments. Set assign global difficulty to adept. It's already there. And then go to additional spawns. We're going to set this to medium. Alright, that's it for Immersive Creatures. Tab out. Now go into Immersive HUD. Go into Compass, or rather go into Activation. Look for a Compass activation and press toggle. Enable that. Now go into Options and enable Fast Fade of Magic. Fast Fade of Magica and Stamina. Whoops, not health, Stamina. Magica and Stamina. Alright, now we're done with that. Tab out. Okay, next is I want R&D widgets, but first we have to enable realistic needs and diseases. So scroll down till you see realistic needs and diseases. Our realistic needs, that's right here. And go to basic needs and go ahead and start R&D. So we got to exit out the menu and let it start. Alright, then dive right back in. Mod configuration. Now let's go into I want R&D widgets. Okay, so under general, we're going to set the X position to 1235. And we're going to set the Y position to 700. Okay, shape. We want it to be horizontal. Now go into hunger. That's right here. We're going to change satiate is going to be white. And peckish, we're going to change to green. Alright, go to thirst. We're going to change not thirsty to white. And slightly thirsty to green. Okay, sleep. Set not tired to white. And slightly tired to green. Awesome. Diseases, we're going to set none to white. Okay, that's it for that. Now tab out of that. Let's go into keep it clean. And all we're going to do here is start keep it clean. Right there. Tab out, let it start up. Okay, there we go. And let's go back in, mod configuration. Now we're going into lock overhaul. Right here. So general, activate lock overhaul. You need to close the menu now. Okay, we will close the menu. Tab all the way out. And now we could go right back in. Hit escape, mod configuration, and then go back and lock overhaul. Okay, click on general. We're gonna allow skill increases, enable that. Enable sound effects and enable crime. Then go into smash locks, enable that, and change allow weapons to 2 and 1-handed. Very good. Then go into unlock with magic, enable it, and set the frost effect requirement skill malice to -0. Awesome. Alright, tab out of that. Now let's go into legacy of the Dragonborn settings, LOTD settings right here. Okay, so general. Then scroll all the way down to shipment crate locations and enable all 3 of these. Very good. Tab out. Okay, let's go into Moonlight Tales. Under general, we want transform back stagger to be disabled. So disable that, and werewolf loot to be disabled. And then under appearance, you could honestly change this to whatever you want, but the guide is recommending to choose alpha, black with red eyes. Okay, we're done with that one. Now let's go into more HUD. Okay, click on enemies level, and we're gonna disable show enemy level and show soul level. Disable both of those. And then under enemy meters, we're gonna disable both magicka and stamina meters. Okay, done with that mod. Tab out. Okay, not so fast. MG. Okay, minimum days before events. We're gonna change Sarthal Expedition to 3. Hijinx Monk, we're going to change that to 7. Braylena's Practice to 4. Jizargo's Experiment is going to be at 4. Oddman's Request is going to be at 4. Okay. Okay, done with that one. Tab out. Now, not so fast, MQ. First Dragon Sighting is going to be set to 3. And Note from Delphine is going to be set to 6. Very good. Tab out. Nope, wait a minute, there was one more. And we want to enable no negotiation. No negotiations. Alright, now we can tab out. Okay, click on Obis Patrols. That is up. Settings. And we're going to enable it. And how tough do we want them? We want them at the toughest. Exit out. Tab. Next up, Predator Vision. For these keys, you can set them to be whatever you want. But the guide is recommending V for activation and for night vision activation, and for predator vision is going to be set to H. Okay, settings. Night vision color, we want that to be 30%. And then predator vision color boost, we're going to set that to 70%. Okay, accept. And then activation sound, we want night vision to be sound number 2. Then under options, we want werewolves get predator visions as humans. Makes sense to me. Tab out, we're done with that. Now let's go into quick light. And all we're gonna do here is set the brightness to bright. So brightness to bright, then exit out. All right, next up, radiant requirements. Okay, let's go into settings, location types. So the dragon lair, we want to set that to 35. Draugr crypt, we're gonna set that to 25. Okay, Forsworn Camp, that's going to be 15. Hagraven's Nest is going to be 20, which it is. Vampire's Lair is going to be set to 40. Werewolf Lair is going to be also set to 40. Okay, now, Dragon Priest 60. Yeah, these guys are pretty tough. Okay, Falmer Hive is going to be 25. Giant Camp, 25. 25, I'm alive. Alright, Spriggan Grove is going to be 15. And Warlock Lair is going to be 20. Very cool, very cool. Alright, tab out of that. Okay, realistic needs, we already activated that. Now we're going to go to realistic room rental. So let's go in there. Configuration. Okay, Braidwood Inn, we're going to change that to 120. Alright, now Canterhearth Hall, we're going to set that to 250. Basically max that one out. Four Shields Tavern, that's going to be 100. Alright, next up, Silver Blood Inn is also going to be 250. Boom. Bannered Mare, 130. Very good, very good. Okay, Winking Skeever, 250. Okay, that's it for realistic room rental. Now we're going to go into realistic water 2. For this, we're going to go into mod options. We're going to enable Fall of Granite Hill, Kynes Grove, Auroric Stead, and Expanded Towns and Cities. And yeah. Okay, next up, Sky UI. Boom. So we're going to go into General, Items List. We're going to set the font size to small. Keep clicking. There you go. Category icon theme is going to be Celtic. Celtic. Very good. Alright, now we're going to go to Controls. And then, okay, we're going to change Group 5 to F5. Group 6 to F6. Group 7 to F7. And Group 8, what? Yes, F8. Now click on Advanced. Now under SWF version checking, we're going to disable Map menu, Favorites menu, Inventory, Barter, Container menu, and Crafting menu. And we're going to leave everything else activated. Alright, let's get out to this one. Skyrim Unique Treasures. Okay, so SUT configuration. We're going to set this to Immersive Ownership. Activate that. And lore friendly items only. Activate that. Alright, we're done with that. Tab out. Now, Storm Lightning. Under presets, we're going to set this to realistic. Done. Now let's go into settings. Fork Lightning over here. Minimum fork distance, we're going to set that to 1. That's it for Storm Lightning. Okay, we're going into Thieves Guild requirements. Go into main quest. And we're going to set requirements for recruitment. Sneak has to be 25, which it is. Item stolen has to be 250, which it is. Okay, to begin the third quest, we want Radiant Jobs Completed to be 20. We want to turn randomizer on. And we want the sneak skill to be 35, the requirement to be 35. Awesome. Okay, to begin the fourth trial, we want Radiant Jobs Completed to be 40. Awesome. And sneak skill has to be 45. Alright, very good. Now click on Radiant Quests. So we want Bedlam Jobs to be set to 500, which it is. Under City Influencers, we want Enable the Randomizer. Under Miscellaneous Options. Okay, for the unusual gems, we want the selling price to be 50, which it is. And we want the cost multiplier to be 20. Okay. For Shadow Marks, we want to require City Quest, yes. And use Loot Mark, enable that. Alright, tab out of that. Go into Timing is Everything. Alright, DLC quests. So, enable Vampire Attacks. Vampire Attacks, we want to set that to 50. Or 30, sorry. Set this to 30. I'm not gonna lie, I usually leave this disabled. I kinda don't like it when vampires constantly attacking cities. But, this is your game, you decide how to play. But this is Lexy's recommendations. Okay. Alright, so... we're gonna leave Vampire Attack chance at 100. Dawn Guard recruitment's gonna be 30. Come on. There we go. Disguise Vampire chance is going to be 30. Scouting Party chance, 35. Eclipse attack chance, set that to 0. I don't even know what this is. No idea what Eclipse attacks are. Minimum days between attacks, we're going to set that to 5. Come on. There we go. And maximum days between attacks, 20. Leave that at 20. DLC Quest Hearthfire, we're going to set this to 20. Very good, very good. Okay. And then Dragonborn, we're going to set it to start after Horn of Jurgen. Right there. Minimum level must be 50. And Cultist attack chance to be 25. Alright, now we'll go to other quests. Cursed Tribe must be set to 25. The Break of Dawn, 45. Okay, Break of Dawn, no vampires. Activate that. The Only Cure set to 40. Night to Remember is 30. Discerning Transmudane, 60. The Whispering Door, 40. Pieces of the Past, 35. And Boethius Calling's going to be 40. Very good. Okay, other quests. The Wolf Mother is going to be set to 47. Unfathomable Depths is going to be 32. Grimseaver's Return is going to be 32. Okay, Kill a Giant, 22. Leave it at 22. Dungeon Dwelling, 30. Kill a Vampire, it's going to be 30. And Deathbrand is going to be 36. Leave it at 36. Ebony Warrior, 75. Okay, now click on Extra Options. Enable Werewolf Encounters. Thalmor Squad, minimal level, 10. Quest, okay, I guess we're leaving that one off. Hired Thugs, set this to 300. Hired Assassins, minimum levels could be 15. And then Assaults, leave that at 0. Murder, set that at 0. Bounty Collector Bounty, set this to 1500. Bounty Collector's Chance, 25, leave it there. Letter from a Friend, leave that disabled. The minimum days between attacks for dragons is going to be set, leave it at 3 and 100. Okay, we are done with that one. Tab out. Now go into Trade and Barter. Okay, click on Barter Rates. Activate Modify Barter Settings, and for Barter Presets, set this to Medium. That's it for Trade and Barter. Okay, Ultimate Combat. So click on General. And then look for Time Blocked. Effective time, we're setting this to 0. Accept. Blur Strength to 0. Alright, General Game Balance, that's right here. Hardcore Damage, disabled. Hardcore Stealth, disabled. Speed Bonus, disable. Player kill move immunity, leave that enabled. Now General Stagger, that's over here. Enemy Poise, disable. Player Stagger, disable. NPCs bow poise, we want this to be 0. And players bow poise, set that to be 0. Okay, locational damage. Headshot damage multiplier, set this to 0. Headshot message, disable that. Locational damage sound, disable. And damage effect, disabled. Okay, NPC settings. Okay, for giants, maximum HP scale, we're going to set this to 1.0. And the same thing for Dwarven and Dragon Priest. Set these to 1.0. Okay, that's it for Ultimate Combat. Tab out. Go into Violins. Okay, melee and ranged. So for melee, advanced kill moves. I'm going to set this to last enemy. Kill move chance, we're going to set this to 65. Camera view, third person last. Oh, wrong button. Okay, third person last. Last enemy, last enemy restriction, we want to disable that. Player kill move immunity, we want to enable that. Mace decapitations, disable that. Now under ranged, selection mode, it's going to be automatic. Kill move chance, it's going to be 65. Where are we at? Okay, camera view is going to be projectile. And disable last enemy restriction. Now click on stealth and triggers. Kill move chance, we're going to set that to 65. Accept. Alright, stealth trigger triggers. Left attacks, we're going to enable that. And alternate werewolf attacks, enable that. Okay, we are done with violins. Now we're going into Wildcat. Alright, go to injuries. Here's injuries, disable injuries. And difficulty, right here. Allow Wildcat to manage difficulty. Very good. Tab out of that. Now we're going into One Arm's Tooth. General, startering requirements, after Jurgen, Horn or Jurgen Wind Caller. Awesome. And then minimum player level is going to be 30. Awesome, awesome. Okay, that's everything set. From here, I would highly recommend that you save the game. That way you have all the settings saved, and if you want to like start a new playthrough or whatever, you have everything already saved and the character ready to go. And if you wanted to change up your character, like you want a different race, just type in, hit the tilde key and type show race menu. And you can go through and create your character, change his name, change race, all that here. And then hit done like you normally would, and okay, and name. And there you go. You are all set, guys. Congratulations, you completed Lexy's guide, and you are about to embark on an incredible playthrough of this game. And it's probably going to be one of the most stable playthroughs you ever have if you haven't followed my guide before. And I just want to congratulate you and say once again just how proud I am of you. Well, anyways, I also want to take this opportunity to thank Lexy for her notes and taking the time out of her day to watch every one of my videos and giving me her feedback. I am just so grateful. Thank you so much, Lexy. And I also want to thank everyone else that's associated with Lexy's guide. I wish I could name you all, but just off the top of my head, I can't. I'm sorry about that. But I want to let you guys know that I really appreciate your efforts and all your hard work. So go forth, everyone. Go forth and have fun. You worked really hard and you deserve it. So, yeah, carry on.